Hi Laura, it's me, Kelly. I did my hair and makeup for this final reflection video, so feel special. Just kidding. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts before and the start of this course and how they are different from after this course has been completed, what I have enjoyed most about this class, what I have learned, how I have grown, and what I will take away from this course. So to start off, I'll talk about my thoughts before in the first couple of days of this course. I was really nervous. I had a lot of my friends who had this course with you told me to take it with Laura, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of assignments. It's going to be very busy. You have to put a lot of effort into this course if you want to receive a good grade. And so I came in really nervous. I didn't really know what to expect. All I've heard was what my friends have told me. And so I was just really, I was on the edge. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this course. I was walking kind of eggshells around it. It's like, I'm not really too excited, but oh well. And then we got our course syllabus from you, and oh my goodness, it was a lot of things. I had a learning service project, had to read like 3 or 4 books, had teaching opportunities, facilitation. I had no idea what a facilitation really was, and also really have structure. Especially when you give us our first assignment of philosophy of teaching statement, you didn't really tell us anything about how to go about that. So I was really nervous. I was like, what am I going to do? What do I write? Is it a sentence? Is it a paragraph? Is it pages? Is it a couple pages? Like, how does she want this? What do I have to do to make sure I receive a good grade? And at first I did not like having no structure. I was like, not my thing. I want to be structured and be organized when I'm a teacher. And then class started going, I started to realize structure really isn't a bad thing. That's probably I really enjoy not having structure because I had the freedom to do what I want. She would give us assignments, and it would have instructions and what to do and all, but really it was up to us on how to complete it, and how we see best, as long as we try our best, as long as we turn it on time. I really enjoyed having that freedom in this course because I've never had that kind of freedom before in my other classes. And I started to realize that grades does not define us as students, and it should not define our students while we are teaching them, and we should give them freedom and choices while we are teaching. I love this class. After this course has been completed, I thought to myself, I am so sad. I do not want to leave this class. I want to be in this class forever. I want to be with this class, with this learning community forever. It was by far my favorite class, probably of my 4 years I've been in college. And I have recommended this class to others, and I tell them the exact same thing that I was told when I didn't know who to take this course with, is take with Laura. You will love it. It'll be a lot of hard work, a lot of assignments, but it's all worth it. This course is worth it, and I felt all the assignments have been beneficial to my learning. So those are my thoughts before and after. So, what I enjoyed most, I kind of briefly touched on it beforehand, was our learning community. I loved our learning community. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I loved getting to know everyone in it, the 31 other ladies in the course, and then Alec, the lone man. I felt we had really great, deep discussions and insights. I learned so much from this group of young teachers that I ever had in my other courses as well. I felt like I've gained so much more knowledge from what they have been through, because we're all each one of us is different in our journey of becoming a teacher. We're all in different walks of life, and that was so much fun getting to know them on a personal level, just not as, students, but as, future teachers. And I loved how we were presented ourselves as future teachers, and how you thought of us as teachers, not just as students, but as the next generation of teachers, and I really enjoyed that. But by far my favorite thing about this course was the facilitation. I loved my group, Kinder Culture, with Carlene and Lindsay. At first, I was really nervous about this. I mean, I didn't really know them. I didn't know how we were going to fit in, because, like I said, I'm kind of an out there person. I'm really outgoing. I'm loud. I can be really obnoxious at times. I can be really weird, but I embrace that about myself. So at first I was like, oh man, they're gonna hate me. But I love those girls, and we have grown so much together. I mean, seeing Carlene blossom in front of my eyes, from barely hearing her speak in the beginning of the courses to her raising her hand and talking to others. It was great. I mean, I got to hear on a daily basis when we were working on our facilitation that week before, when we really hit that home stretch and we really buckled down and thought about it. She blossomed, and same with Lindsay. Lindsay was great. She was so much fun to work with. She was fantastic. She was perfect for Disney, for the Disney part. It's in the beginning that each facilitation, we had to raise the bar tremendously, and the bar was risen so much when it was our turn to go. But like, how in the world are we going to do to separate ourselves from everyone else? Because everyone else did such a great job. How are we going to make ourselves different? So that's what we're really focusing on, and we worked so well together. I've never worked that well in a group project before. Most of the time it's always one person that does everything, but this, we really made sure that everyone was involved and everyone had their own thing, and we all worked really well. So we practiced and we put everything that we got into that group. So that's what I really enjoyed, was just teaching with them and seeing them grow as a teacher and as a person in this class. It was, as a community leader, as a community member, it was amazing, and I was so glad I got to be a part of that. And I also really enjoyed all of our learning opportunities. At first I was so nervous about every single one of them, but I enjoyed every single one. I remember the first one, Crash and Burn Day. Oh, I was paired up with Dana, and we have two completely different learning styles, and I taught to my own personal learning style, and she taught her own personal learning style. So that was really interesting to see how that dynamic went down, how it was really hard for me to focus on hers. I'm sure it was hard for her to focus on mine as well, but I loved that I got to see her grow for our last teaching opportunity, because she did a 180. It was so much fun. I loved her final teaching opportunity. It was fantastic. And so that's what I really enjoyed most, just watching everyone grow and progress in this course. What have I learned? The main things that I have learned is I don't have to teach like I was taught. Yes, I had great teachers growing up, but I also had teachers who would stand in front of the class with a PowerPoint behind them, and they would just lecture, and then we'd have a test. And then there's a cycle of lectures, tests, and I had learned nothing from those courses and those classes. And so I just learned that I don't have to be that. I have so many more tools in my toolbox to help my students be the best students that they can be. I can do so many fun activities, games. I can lead class discussions. Like, I don't have to, my classroom does not have to be teacher-centered. It's definitely going to be more student-centered and what their needs are, so they can learn, not what my needs are. How have I grown? I have grown tremendously in this class with my confidence. Like I stated before, first couple of days I was really shy and timid and in my shell, and then I feel like I blossomed into really my own personality. I became really loud and obnoxious and weird towards the end. My confidence definitely grew with every single teaching that we had and every class discussion. I felt more confident in myself, more confident that I am going to be a great teacher. I have definitely learned that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be a teacher. I have so much passion for it, and I have so much passion for my future students. It's just something that I really enjoy. And I feel like I had the greatest opportunity coming from France to the United States in my elementary years, because I had teachers who were really passionate and really loved me and really wanted to see me grow, and then but they also let me also teach others about my time in France and my French culture. That's what I really enjoyed the most. And so I just have grown so much through this, through my confidence and my ability, and through my past experiences, knowing that I can do this. What I will take away is my friendships. I came into this class knowing no one, and then I left on Thursday with a bunch of awesome friends who I can be accountable for. They will hold me accountable for my rest of my career. And I also take away how to be effective as a teacher, but not only as a teacher, but as an advocate for children and for special ed, especially for special ed, because that's what I want to be, a special ed teacher. Because I have like I stated before, I had very effective teachers in my early years here in the United States who are passionate and caring, and those are the words that I think about when I want to be a teacher. I want to be known as that teacher who was really passionate and caring for my students. And my favorite quote was the one that you put up on Thursday, was, "I teach. What's your superpower?" I'm going to have that in my classroom because I thought that was so great. And I would like to say thank you, Laura, for a great semester. I learned a lot from you and from our learning community, and I'm going to miss this class tremendously. I'm so glad that I can still keep in touch with a lot of them, and I really hope that I get to have you in Block B for, isn't it learning diversity or diverse learners? I am so excited for that. Hopefully I get you, and I cannot wait for our individual meeting. Again, thank you, Laura.